How you doing over there, boss?
Grand, especially when you call me boss.
Well, you're the one who gets a desk, so you're very official.
Mm-hmm. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm enjoying being a bear.
This is a lot of fun, yeah.
I suspect if I listen back to this, my the funny Russian accent is going to start grating on me as just as fast as it starts grating on anyone.
It's hilarious, man. It can't be worse than Charles's.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like Charles has hit on the perfect voice for the character.
Yes, this is very true. But also, you've got a lot of funny lines and quips, so at that point, the accent doesn't matter.
Hello. That's the sound of me shimmying.
Shimmy, shimmy, shake.
Shimmy, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yay.
So we get out of the van at the hotel.
Yeah.
And what does it look like when you get out of the van now?
I mean, like, for starters, the wheels have collapsed completely, so they're just flat. And the thing is, all the windows are broken. It's painted red on the inside now for some reason.
Still has 2 or 3 taxi signs clinging to the top of it.
Yeah. There's a bicycle somehow got stuck to the bumper at some point. Haven't seen the cyclist. And I guess we're all wearing suits.
Yeah, and the sign on the back of it that has like sort of old sort of spray painted like cartoon characters and stuff, and the sign that says Pikachu says mind that child or whatever just has blood running down it. And yeah, we're all very well turned out.
Was there a child-size exec suit for you?
I would think there was probably a petite woman wearing a skirt suit, which I'm now wearing. It is still 5 times too big for me, but that's my style. If a woman is 16 kilograms and a furry, blood-covered animal, you know what? It's like it's the 21st century. Whatever, man.
How are you walking in heels?
Badly.
Aggressively.
I just imagine you like on all fours and you have like 2 paws in one and 2 paws in the ears.
Yeah.
I get to the hotel lobby and I fish for the wallet. And one of them, I slap it on the counter. And I look at the lady and I say, no regrets.
Maybe you are face of group.
Yes, well, welcome. Do you have a reservation?
And I lick the wallet forwards with my tongue.
I feel I could possibly leap up on the counter and roll brains to indicate that we are exactly the people whose wallets I have been poring over on the journey in an attempt to seamlessly infiltrate human society. All of the pieces are in place, and that's a 1. So, I see the names. I point them out with my little claw. I put some like nail varnish on the ends of my claws to look more like glamorous and executive-like, and just.
So I think what happens is the wallet is on the reception desk. Inside there is an ID card, like a convention center ID card. Oh, like the local international HoneyCorp health inspectors. And you slide the card out and tap it on the table. Oh, I'm sorry. And she points to like a card on the wall that has like different country flags on. Can you tell us which language, please?
I pointed the Canadian flag.
I'm sorry. We don't have anyone who could speak Canadian, I'm afraid. But yes, I can take your cards and see if you have a reservation. Yes.
It's speak Russian, but only Russian bear, not Russian human.
There's a very scared looking other person behind the counter, and the receptionist turns around and she said, "We are a 5-star hotel. Do not be rude and staring to the guests."
It's disgraceful they don't have a Canadian translator, to be honest.
I know,
Like
right?
5 stars, bullshit.
Meanwhile, I'm dropping all of our luggage on top of a bellboy.
What is our luggage at this point?
It's whatever the people had with them. Plus, there is one corpse.
And some leftover ice cream.
Hands up. I put my hands up. There is a corpse.
I just want the lady to be like, oh wow, French Canadian is very hard to understand.
So yeah, she does a little bit of typing on the computer. She says, yes, I see Mrs. Sylvia Buffont and Mr. Michael Creed and a Mr. Bobby Callahan. Yes, like looking at your face.
I nod briskly. Yes, Sylvia Buffont. Go on.
Buffon.
It's a single room with a single bed.
She reaches behind her and takes the key. Yes, it's on the 4th floor. Oh, I should also tell you, the hotel may be busy for the next couple of days. There is the HoneyPalooza happening. But I suppose that is why you're here, I guess, being the health inspectors.
At the mention of the word honey, I'm like straight over in her face, like sniffing her. Looking right in her face, like rise right up to her. And it's like, you know, when the eye from the Tyrannosaurus Rex looks in the car in Jurassic Park.
Yes, the convention opened a few hours ago. There will be many samples.
You heard the lady, time to move. You hear it. You feel like a tugging on the fur around your ankle. And the clipping of like high heels as I'm struggling to move around.
I pause for a second before scurrying after you. Boom, 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 boom.
Scurry, yes. All right, you got a room key.
Okay, I mean, do we want to go blend in at the convention? I feel like we've been...
we wanted canapes.
I kind of want to go up to the room and freshen up. Yeah.
You are covered in blood.
That's a good point. We need to perfect our disguises.
Yes. We need cats.
Also, there might be a mini bar.
Yeah, we're going up to the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's probably charged to the company anyway, so we may as well get the minibar. Get the minibar, turn on some pornography.
Yeah. Which we look at in bafflement. It's like,
and just like
I don't know what we thought we were going to get out of this.
And just picturing like all three of you sat on the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
Watching porn, like your heads like turning to the side at the same time in complete bafflement. Just like,
Just drinking a tiny bottle of like creme de cacao or something.
And order room service and eat the waiter.
Why do they shave the bears? It's weird.
None of these bodies are nearly fat enough.
No.
They look like they're starving.
Yeah. They must be cold. They keep rubbing each other.
Normally one would do that on a tree.
Right, yeah, there you go.
What do they... I turn it off. Waste of fucking money.
So we all have credentials.
yes.
We're freshened.
Well, I was gonna say, what are you wearing now? Are you like you had luggage with clothes in it?
Yeah.
Are you still wearing your exec suits?
I'm going to go through the luggage and see what's there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for a beekeeper outfit.
The gentle optimism in your voice.
Roll me a 1, and I'll let you have some form of beekeeping outfit. 1 die. Oh, Shadow.
Okay, so is there like a large lampshade in the room?
There was. Now there's a beekeeping hat.
That's just a vet cone. That's just gonna trap the bees in. Sure, you can dismember a lamp if you want.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm I feel like my executive look is quite good. It's intimidating. It means that I'm someone to be respected and not talked down to.
But what about the lasers? Oh, I know. Get me some Coke. Just splash it on myself. So, like, the skies stain my sun. My
I thought you were
sun
talking
tattoo.
about cocaine.
Coke. Coca-Cola.
Okay, that makes more sense.
All right, you're freshening up by making yourself slightly stickier,
Yes,
but also slightly darker.
right. For the lasers.
I thought you were going to say for the ladies then.
And the ladies.
What was in the luggage? Was there a bee outfit?
No. You rolled for that.
No, I rolled for a beekeeper outfit.
you want a bee outfit?
Now I'm rolling for a bee outfit.
No.
Maybe like they're furries.
Or
Just
or
like
if the
bee
if,
furries.
Yeah, that was going to be like the evening secret
Yeah.
party. The bee
or
furry
if they had like a
convention.
little dog with them, then they might have had a bee outfit for that to be cute.
Oh yeah,
Which I could wear.
yeah.
I don't know.
Do they have one of them?
I don't know what advantage that would possibly gain us.
No,
I'm
it's
just
just a
spitballing
grizzly
here.
bear with a dog dressed as a bee.
Roll me. Okay, Boris, roll me. Just roll me a flat roll with a 3 on under. You'll pass this.
That's a 1.
You go through the luggage and you find that there is the health inspector's company mascot, which is a small, cheery-looking person with a bee outfit on. Basically a plushie wearing clothes. So you could take the clothes off the plushie. That looks like a bee.
Fantastic.
Or is it just more easy for me to say there's a bee plushie that you can tear the stuffing out of?
I eviscerate the bee
Yes,
plushie.
there is-
I
so
become
there's-
the bee.
There is an incredibly cute bee plushie in there that you can basically skin and wear the skin. And you two are still in your exec suits.
Oh. I am like a shadow.
Are you naked?
Oh, yeah. I am...
So you look very much like a bear.
No. I'm a shadow.
It looks like darkness itself.
Where did No Regrets go?
Ooh. I'm here.
And am I still wearing a suit? I think I'll put on a clean suit.
Okay.
Which I tear to pieces as I put it on, of course.
Sure.
But I managed to tie a tie. Well, not really. I managed to wrap a tie around my neck. And there's the shreds of a shirt and a jacket on my shoulders.
Great. All right, so you guys have successfully gotten some identities. You've gotten into the hotel. You have a room and you've freshened up. Now, what's the plan?
We go to the basement.
Okay, we are health inspectors, no? We are feared within all food service communities. Except perhaps for the honey community because honey is non-perishable. But we must hope nobody knows this. Therefore, if we declare that perhaps we must investigate health violations in basement, all possible help must be rendered to us. Bing bang boom, no problem.
Okay. And then
This would require us to tell someone that we are health inspectors and
Yeah.
we would like to see the basement. Not sure how that's going to work, but I think the principle is sound.
when do we torture someone?
Whenever necessary.
Okay.
We must be ready to spring like the spider.
Okay.
Okay, so who's leading? Who's in charge of who's leading the way here?
Well, you are.
I'm dressed as a dog. Don't look
Yeah.
at me.
And I'm your
dressed as a
shadow.
dog. Okay, so I look like a human man.
Yes, and I'm your shadow.
If any of us do, I think that yes, you
Okay.
have a tie.
So I stand up as straight as I can manage, and I walk towards the convention center, with like a human gait, like one foot in front of the other, and then like the other foot, and then I remember to swing my arms as well, and I get a little bit mixed up with that. I try flashing some finger guns at a guy because I saw a human do that once, and it just terrifies him and he runs away.
Fez. Buzz. Riz.
Riz.
Pez.
Riz. Riz. We can just go straight to the basement. The basements are connected.
Well, there's honey and honey products on the. Don't we want to see what all the fun honey stuff is?
Makes a good case.
You guys, I was about to say you guys are probably having honey withdrawal, but you did have some in the ice cream van.
Plus, we need honey powder, perhaps to evade laser, no?
That's what the torture was for. And also, what's the deal with my costume then?
You chose to do that yourself, man. I mean,
this guy seems really hung up on torture. We should probably find someone for him to torture.
I like the idea that you guys were in the room, like really in detail discussing your disguises, and he was just off in a corner rubbing himself with cola. And you guys were like, "Well, all right then, we'll just let him do his own thing."
Listen, no regrets. You are not visible. You do not require a disguise. For you are the knight. You walk between the raindrops. You are not seen. You are not heard until you strike.
Okay.
Good, sorted.
So you are walking towards the convention hall.
Yes.
Are the other two joining?
I would like to see the honey products, yes.
So you go towards the doors that are open. You can smell the
Guys,
most glorious.
guys, I can sense the honey.
This is what we bring you along for.
Yeah. Oh, there's honey up here? Thank God we brought you.
Are you saying this is the place?
Hold on, let me roll for it. Oh yeah, there's honey here.
There is the most glorious heavenly scent. It is a mixture of honeys from all over the world, from flowers that you couldn't even imagine. There is like tangy, the tangy flavors. There's extremely sweet flavors. You're getting almost like a secondhand high from it already, like a contact high from the scent of it coming through the doors. You get to the entrance and there's like a check-in thing. So there's someone checking IDs, and when they see your IDs, first they see you coming and they're like, huh! And they see the IDs, they see the mascot, and they're like, oh, they see the ID on Grizz's chest. They're like,
Which is just like a page with Bob scrawled on it. Just stick it there with blood and gore.
well, I was going to say that you had
Or
the
it could be a name badge.
I'm going to say you had like the company ID card on you.
Okay, yeah,
so they
that's
could
even better.
recognize that you're health inspectors, and then they see no regrets, and they look you up and down, and they're like, oh, what a fabulous costume! You look. That's the costume contest is starting in about an hour. What? How very convincing! Wonderful. And you are looks at the name tags. Oh, you're with the International Health Inspection Corp. Just 1 moment. And first, I want you all to make me a roll. I'm trying to figure out how to make a resistance roll. I'm going to make you roll criminal to stop you going feral at the smell of honey.
That's 3. I'm in the clear.
I failed the shit out of it.
No, I'm getting the hang of being a dog. I'm like, ora faru, a bow wow. Meanwhile,
So the person at the desk like tiptoes away, and they say, just 1 moment, and you guys wait there, and Grizz can no longer resist this extremely enticing smell of honey. What do you do?
So presumably she was standing behind like a
Like a little check-in desk.
lectern or something. I smashed that out of the way. I grab I guess there's like maybe there's like a table of ID cards for. I grab like all of them, smash the table. I very carefully pin one onto my chest, and then I straighten it, and I look to the others and okay. And then,
looks good, man.
then I smash down the door. I kick the first person out of the way. I swipe a guy with my paw across the head, and I go straight to the first demonstration, and I stand there and watch attentively.
You don't taste the honey?
Yeah, there's
I'm gonna wait till the presentation's over.
there's someone stood at a table and they're using, like those wooden things, the like round things with the
We're twirling up honey.
for twirling honey. Yeah,
Honey
it stood
twirler.
there showing their what do you call it? It's not breed of honey.
Strain variety.
They're the variety of honey. Then they're showing like how gloopy it is. It's not just like a really fast trickle, like lighter honey. That's a really heavy one. It's showing this glorious spinning whirlwind of a twirl as it slowly twirls down back into the jar.
Are they giving samples?
Not at this moment, but you can see samples behind them. They're still mid-demonstration.
All right, okay. I'm out of control at this point.
You're a little. I would say that you'd gone a little bit feral. Yes.
Right, okay. I sneak around the back of this stand to where the samples are. I presume there's probably like a partition wall or something. And very stealthily sneak around the back, being careful not to make any noise whatsoever. And then I explode through the wall to where the samples are and devour everything as quickly as I can.
And I need you to move 1 point from criminal into bear.
5 bear.
Oh dang! You don't want to get any more of that. So cutting back to you two, there's absolute wreckage around you now. After Grizz left you, you just look at each other like.
It's cool, Nora.
And
Did you see? Nobody saw me.
after a moment, you hear a, "Oh, hello." You turn around and there is the most adorable, tiny little old lady. She's wearing like a really lavish pin on her really soft-looking cardigan of a beautiful flower and a little bee on the other side. And she has a walking stick and she comes toddling over. She's like, "Oh, the health inspectors are finally here. I'm Old Bag Glenda. Hi, nice to meet you." And she puts out her hands to shake.
Is there anybody else around?
At this point, no. Like a lot of people have been looking at the noise caused by Grizz, and a few people are like now converging on that.
I'm gonna knock her out and just scream out, what is it called? Ninja Strike.
You say ninja strike, but just completely swipe her across the face with a paw. Hold on.
Yeah, like just as I was extending my paw to like be like, I will be like obedient little dog and shake you by the paw. But soon you will be my obedient dog as I steal your honey.
Wait, don't roll. What are you rolling for?
Bear.
Madness.
Killing a nice old woman.
to knock her out.
Yeah, roll bear,
So
yeah.
you want to knock her out.
Yes, and then take her badge. And that will be access.
You don't need.
We have access.
No,
You're
the
not there.
lasers.
You're eating free
Remember,
samples.
this is the head of the convention.
Yes, if we knock her out, we take her badge.
If you knock her out, everybody will immediately notice.
Well, that's why I asked if there's anybody else around.
Well, I mean, there's no one like directly stood at the door, but the convention hall is full of people.
Oh.
Like a lot of people, like if you make some noise, like he's already like causing a lot of noise and people are going over there, but like she's definitely got security with her.
Oh, she's got security with her?
What if your ninja strike misses?
Yes.
What if she like bends down to shake my paw at exactly the right moment?
Ninja Strike.
The top of her hairstyle just ruffles slightly as a huge deadly sun bear paw passes over her
The
head.
2 security guards just look at me. I'm just like,
Well, how
Can't see me.
adorable! You brought your little puppy in for the costume contest. Yes, we do have a pets competition this year. How wonderful! And then she turns to No Regrets, like, and you are entering the human costume contest. Why? I love it when the officials who are here on strictly business are getting involved with the fun of the convention. How wonderful!
Yip, yip.
I just stand there unmoving because I figure she can't see me.
I'm supposing that you will be wanting to make some inspection while you are here.
I take my like lead that I have in my mouth and like deposit it in your hand so I can tow you around.
I without moving, I just put my bear paw out. I'm really confused.
Would you say we could be being led in a direction? Or should we just begin our inspections? Is that what she's indicating?
She's making small talk, but she's like, I'm presuming that you're here to also not just enjoy the convention, but to do health inspection too.
Yeah, in order to indicate, yes, we must circulate. We have rounds to do. I'm going to tow no regrets away on the end of my lead before any more bullshittery results.
I see. She says, okay, well, very good. I am looking forward for us to get a perfect score just as we have in all our previous years. Please do let me know if you have any troubles. And she takes a couple of candies from her pocket, which are like boiled sweets, but they're honey, made with honey, and she gives a handful to both of them. There you go, my lovelies. A little treat for you.
I collect all of them that have fallen on the floor in my mouth. I store some of them in my cheeks, but I begin crunching on one of them immediately.
She smiles sweetly and holds her cane and says, have a good time now.
I don't think she made us. I think we got away with it. What the fuck is happening over there?
What's Grizz doing?
So Grizz is sitting kind of upright with his paws out in front of him, and he's just dipping his front paws into various pieces, various samples of honey. And I imagine security approaches him at some point.
I say what happens is you've got the little badge on that's got the health inspector icon on it, and you can hear that there's the two people in the booth whispering like, is it kind of like a secret shopper scenario? Like, this is very unhygienic. If we don't tell someone, are we going to get dobbed in by the health inspectors? I mean, but he's wearing the health inspector badge, so like it's not really subtle, is it? Security?
Yes. So security comes over, interrupts my devouring of the honey, and Grizz looks up at him, and with a massive claw, he taps on his ID badge, and then he lifts a bear hair out of one of the jars of honey. And goes, and takes out a little notebook and takes a note.
The police officers like look around at each other and like they've clearly sized you up and like yes, and then they turn to the booth people and like, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to have to close this booth for now. Surely we would not have we would not wish for any trouble with health inspectors, of course. My apologies, sir.
Grizz stands up and he kind of brushes himself off and he goes, Hoof, and he sees you guys and he makes a beeline to follow you and get away from this situation.
And as they're walking away, like one of the security officers leans to the other and said, "My God, this cosplay is getting really convincing these days."
In readiness, I had my badge in my mouth that declares that I am Miss Sylvia Buffont. The fact that I'm
dressed as a dog in a costume.
I'm wearing 2 or 3 conflicting disguises at this point does not occur to me. 3 disguises are better than 2, which are better than 1.
You still got the skin of the plushie on, but you still got the painted nails
and the heels. Nice work. I think we got away with it.
Pretty seamless. I gotta tell you. As I adjust one of the 4, I think I'm wearing 4 jackets at this time, certainly 4 hats.
So, you've got the convention hall, like stretches way out before you. At the end of the convention hall, there is like not arena, but like a little area set up with like a table with like the top honeys set up for the tasting contest. And there's like a place in the back where the grand prize, the Queen of Bees, should be placed, but they're keeping it, under lock and key. And you can hear from conversation going on around you, you can surmise that there must be some access back there to the basement to be able to go and retrieve the prize and not have to carry it all through the convention hall.
Yeah, but is the one that they're going to produce, is that the Beacoy? Or is there a Beacoy out now which will later be swapped out?
There is currently a Beacoy out, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'd know it anywhere. Okay, gentlemen, we have made first contact, but we are not amateurs. It is not our first time. We must avoid distractions. We must have no more fuck-ups. We must go straight. do, we must make first the perimeter, then find our way to the payload. And I am going to, indicate my way around the convention floor and see if I can find the basement access. That is my intention.
Just one question first. Grizz, you have now consumed a fuck ton of honey. What kind of effect does this have on you?
I have drifted. I've wandered off while you're saying this.
While I was talking about professionalism.
Yeah, because I spotted a honey sculpture across the hall, and I'm now talking to the artist. Well, I mean, I'm roaring at the artist, and I'm wearing a beret, and I have a little. I have a little neckerchief, and I'm not lucid at all. I think I'm talking to an artist about his work. Actually, I'm just terrifying a man who's cowering in a corner.
Wonderful.
I think another artist is just there going like, somebody's gone too hard on the honey meat again.
Alrighty, so...
But when you start moving, I will follow you. I don't want to be left on my own. Too high for that.
Focus. We are not here for the small prize. No, we are here for the prize of prizes.
And no regrets, what are you doing?
I am shimmying from wall to wall.
Then I want both of you to make a criminal roll to resist the temptation of honey.
Again?
It's very tempting.
Yes, I'm in.
I'm out.
Oh dear. So you like eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize. You're scurrying along, looking for evidence of where you could see access to the basement, and you come across a stand that has multiple different jars of honey, and above them they have little pots of different flowers, demonstrating which flowers they have come from. The whole thing is just littered with like piles of pollen, and the smell of the honey is extremely strong from here. It's almost like it's been tipped over the jars, it's crystallized, it's kind of all over the floor. It's just there waiting to be taken.
Okay, I start in with, okay, listen, no regrets. You must watch my back. I believe we must secure some of this pollen for laser avoid, and then I can't even maintain it anymore. So I'm up on that shelf, I'm eating the flowers, I'm smelling the other flowers.
No, you eat the honey.
Oh no, the flower is like the appetizer. It's like there's a little bit of nectar in there. It's like I'm an omnivore.
You've just got like a whole, like, you know when you take a line of Coke, you end up just with like
I put
Coke all around your
my
nose.
face in the flower and I
your
look up
nose
and
is
I'm like Tony Montana. You know, I'm like to the proprietor, like, you want some of this, you cockroach?
And I'm like, hello, little friend.
And yeah, I mean, I'm in and out of those pots. It's disgusting, honestly. I'm ashamed of myself, or I will be.
So with this, some people at the booth start panicking, like, someone's let their dog off the leash. Why isn't the dog in the doggy daycare with the others? Someone come and get this dog! And they like peel out of the booth as you go feral on their honey.
Should I mark myself a point of bear here?
Yes.
Legendary criminal discipline has slackened. Lost my pencil.
So, can I grab just a pot of flowers?
Sure.
Yeah, great. So I managed to contain myself and grab the pot of flowers so we can use the pollen on the lasers. So I find the way down.
Oh no, not yet.
Okay.
You just are unaffected currently by the honey. You're a sun bear. Like you just smell honey all the time. Like we're like one of those people who's just like they smoke weed all the time so that it doesn't affect them at all.
Yeah.
That just like the smell of honey does nothing to me. This is just
this honey, it's mid, honestly. It's ditch honey.
But I will say that once you've got the flowers, you can see Boris had gone on a complete rampage. He's completely Tony Montana. You would just stand there and watch him with your tongue hanging out, go feral for a good like 5 minutes. and you see him slowly like slow down, and at one point just kind of pop over onto his side, breathing heavily.
What have I done?
What's Grizz doing at the same time?
He's just walking around on all fours, kind of sticking his snout and his snout into
honeys.
like different stands and smelling things. He's had enough honey, but like he's still feeling very bearish.
No regrets, Rover's still like, oh, this plan's really weird. This reminds me of that one time. Way back when I just tried just talking to myself.
Once you see Boris start to slow down and kind of flop over, little pot belly full of honey, you can just like swipe and pick him up.
Yeah. Come on. I can be your shadow now. Just put you on top of me.
I was clean for 6 months. Back off the wagon. Nobody ever really quits, my friend.
I never stopped.
Okay, I'm now stuck to your shoulder.
Yes.
That's my secret. I'm always eating honey.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you've collected one comrade.
Yes.
Do you want to
Yes.
peel off to try and find your other comrade and get back on the mission?
Yeah, you're the
Yes.
leader now. Good luck.
Come on, Come on, Grizz. Grizz.
It should be easy enough to find me because
Yeah,
the last demonstrations stand, the last cubicle I went through is still attached to me. As I'm walking, and there's like just a partition wall stuck to my back.
Come on, Grizz. Let's go hug a tree trunk.
Oh yeah, we're doing something here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just pull all these posters and shit off me, and I like straighten my tie, and follow the guys.
Okay.
So we go behind the main stall.
Yeah, you get to the end of the stalls where at the end they've got like the table set up for the big taste testing. You see behind it there's this like beautiful lavish plinth that has like a glass case on it, and inside you can see it's like a kind of a statue actually. It's about the size of a cat, a small cat, like a kitten I'd say, but it is a bee. It's kind of frozen in place and it's completely gold. And this you can presume is the replica, like the statue replica of the Queen of Bees. The samples that are to be laid out are all honeys that have been made from the hives, the hive of the Queen of all Bees. It's delicious smelling.
But I can't smell the queen bee.
No, it's a statue.
Guys, I don't think that's the queen bee.
Some sort of decoy.
Oh no, but I tell you what you can do. I forgot that your ability is smell honey.
Oh,
What
yeah, no
you
worries.
can do if you succeed on this, the honey in front of you is all the queen bee's honey. You can smell the honey and then try and follow like a scent to find where she is.
Yeah, let's go. Now, aside from
You roll 2.
yeah, nope, and come on, nope, no good.
As it stands right now, you're like, it could be anywhere. This queen bee's shit is just everywhere. But I would say like you're just standing looking at the statue mesmerized.
Can I grab? No, there's people around the samples.
There are people milling around, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not actually part of the competition yet. They're still setting up. People are milling around.
Problem solving is very different when you can't like talk to NPCs and ask them questions.
Is there anyone who looks like an organizer of this event?
Yeah, there's a few people with clipboards and stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna like sidle up to a young lady organizer, and Grizz is gonna flirt with her. Should I roll the dice?
You have one in criminal.
Or Grizz, lost in the sauce.
So first of all, I established that she does have. We've been told that the thing is in the basement, right?
Yes.
So yeah, what I'm gonna do, Grizz is gonna try and flirt with her and seduce her to bring him to the basement to make out. And to do that, he's gonna roar in her face.
Wait a minute. Seducing a human is not a bear thing.
Yes.
So you can't use your bear skill for that. It would be criminal.
Okay, I was going to use terror.
Yes, but you can't use bear terror to seduce a human.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I'll use criminal then.
But I mean, you've only got 1 point in criminal, right?
Yes.
So you have to roll a 1 to succeed.
Yeah, and if I
But
fail,
on 2 dice.
I become a complete...
If you fail this roll, you become completely feral and you're out of the game.
Ooh.
Wait, do we every time we lose we shift?
Yeah, it goes back and forth.
Well, every time like you lose in a way that impacts the plan, which is pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was directly related to the
I mean,
bear. To the
if you don't want to risk it, someone else can still do something similar. Or you justify a flashback to move a point, but still, if you fail the roll, you're out. So you want to be careful.
I can do a flashback.
Yeah, you could do a flashback.
Okay, I'll do
To
a flashback.
justify what you want to do now.
Okay, it's last night. It's pitch dark in the convention center.
You were here?
There's a creak and a snap as you hear, and a skylight opens up. A rope drops from the skylight, and a figure descends slowly and stops just above the ground. And remembers that the ground isn't electrified, so he steps onto it. He goes to the end of the convention center where the stage is set up, and it doesn't have the honeys and so on it yet. But there is a trapdoor underneath the stage. He opens the trapdoor, and from a back that you didn't see because he's so big and it's dark, he removes a beehive. It's filled with bees, and he places that underneath the trapdoor. He sets an electric lock on it with a timer, and he sets that for what time is it when what was happening just happened?
It's going to be at 2 p.m.
It's at 2:01, and it will spring open and release the bees.
Is Grizz some sort of like reverse werewolf, like the touch of moonlight, and it's just. It all seems so clear, so focused, so obvious. Then as soon as the sun comes up, you're like, I'm going to eat an ice cream man.
He is severely unhinged.
Yeah, indeed.
But question,
He's a lunatic, you might
what are
say.
you intending to achieve with
To
this bee
release
bomb?
thousands of bees and
He's
scare
achieving
everyone
bees.
To do what?
out. To scare them all out of the place so we can rob the thing.
I thought
We
that-
need some confusion
I
here.
thought you were looking for the basement door.
Yes.
Find it when there's fewer people and more bees in this room.
Exactly. We should have found the basement door by now.
You didn't even look for the basement door yet.
But I had better ideas.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
Okay, so
You can
I'm
still
gonna-
do that. I'm just saying, it's
Okay.
not going to help you find the
I'm
door.
going to set the timer for 2:02. So now we have 2 minutes to find the door.
Okay.
Okay, let's split up.
Wait, time out.
Do I have to roll on
Wait,
this?
time out. You already know where the door is because you found it last night.
Oh yes, and and I found the door. I only just remembered that I also found the door.
Yes, that makes sense.
And do you tell us about your nocturnal activities, or do you just like...
No, this is a surprise for everyone.
You just
if
get
anything,
serious
it's a
for-
surprise for you guys
Yeah.
rather than for the people here. It's for your entertainment.
Yeah, you get like serious for a second. You're like, this way.
Yeah.
So now you've put 1 more point back into criminal,
Yes.
and you know where the door is.
do.
It is just off to the side of the table. They didn't want to put it too far away because they didn't want to walk too far to put the bee out. So there is a security door on the wall, a little bit behind and to the side of the honey table.
Okay.
It's behind like a red staging curtain.
I nudge no regrets hard enough to knock you like several feet across the room, but then I point at the door.
Oh. Okay. Let's go. Come on.
And head for the door.
Yeah.
Cool. You go to the door. There is like a print scanner on it.
In the background, the stage explodes with bees. As we're walking away from a bee explosion.
And cool guys don't look at bee explosions.
No, they did not.
Cool bears.
There's a security scanner on the door.
There is like a fingerprint scanner.
Okay. Flashback. It's 2 nights before. It's an apartment downtown.
No. I'll let you have this because it's fun, but this isn't how the flashbacks are supposed to work.
Oh, okay.
It's more about we did this to plan rather than I did this to already circumvent the whole thing. Like discussing a plan rather than doing stuff beforehand. Because the actual flashback is supposed to be the guys sitting around the table, like talking about the plan.
Non-linear storytelling is a dangerous thing to give player characters.
Well, it's new for me, so let's roll with it.
Okay.
So Grizz looks at the severed hand of the security guard that he acquired in the flashback, puts it in his pocket because that's not allowed.
Wait. Are there any security guards?
Guess I got this for nothing.
Considering that a bomb of bees just went off,
Yes.
no, there had been security guards at the door, but they've now gone.
Okay, so just before it explodes, no regrets, was Ninja Strike and smacks the security guard, and then the big explosion happens.
Right, perfect.
So there
Yes,
is now
I'll
a
allow it,
security
yes.
guard on the floor.
I try to roll brains to circumvent this curious human machine by, for instance, prying a bit of it open and tearing out all of its like innards.
You can, but I think that No Regrets just acquired you a hand.
Oh, I see.
Ninja Strike.
Say no more, my friend.
I am the shadow.
So we see Boris is like he's been scrabbling with the panel. He's getting off this.
Yes.
So many
Red wire, green
so many
wire.
wires coming out. He's like,
Why is this
I don't
one
know.
stripy?
And then in the background, there's a close up of your face, just like which wire? In the background, there's No Regrets, just like slowly lumbering up to a security guard. We see him do this really slow ninja strike.
Ninja Strike.
The security guy crumples as Boris is getting more and more frustrated, and then like you just lumber up to him, like dragging a security guard behind
I
you.
just got his head wrapped in my tongue, and I'm pulling it with my tongue.
Careful.
And then a hand just slaps down on top.
Access granted.
Ninja Strike.
Good work, Rover. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we go down.
Yep.
Excellent. What do we see?
So you get in and you see this is quite clearly a hallway that leads to like the security center. There is like there's a door with like, you know, in this like a glass screen of like a security booth. Mm-hmm. As you go past, you can see there's a guard with his back to you. He's watching a bunch of the CCTV. There's people fleeing, being chased by bees. And all kinds of stuff going on. And the guy's just looking from camera to camera like, oh my God. You go a bit further down and you turn some of the corners. You go down some stairs and you find another security door that has a card swipe.
I still have my tongue wrapped around the security guard.
I start ferreting through his pockets for anything useful.
Yeah.
What's he got?
I can't get my tongue off.
He's got a pen, a torch, a taser.
That's all I need. And I'm going to attempt to overload this system with the taser. I'm using my knowledge of man's technology. I'm going to try and brains this one.
Great, go ahead.
Right. Oh, that's a 2. I'm able to clear my head of the honey fog. And it turns out that these things have terrible circuit breakers, just like a Starship Enterprise.
Now, I'm imagining you just like the honey fog is pretty bad, so you take like another big lick of a line of honey, you know, just to be able to focus.
It helps me focus.
Yes.
Little to come up, a little to come down. And yeah, it's Yeah, I think like I could probably like get the doors like open, but like it is clear that they are like not going to be moving again anytime soon.
Sure. So you give the panel, you kind of look at it for quite a while, like, nothing best from here, and what's this wire here, and then just hold the taser up and smash it into the keyboard.
voltage.
And the door pops open.
And all of my fur stands up for the foreseeable future.
Grizz, you need to open the door. It's unlocked. We need to.
Oh, it's not completely.
Yeah.
So I just tear the door out of the frame.
Yeah, just like Boris being really like delicate, and then just like smash electricity everywhere.
Yeah.
And then like
it
just
cracks
from,
open.
cracks open, and then from the other side, you see the dog go, and then just like this giant claw comes around the door, and then the door just gets ripped out.
Yeah, like the door frame is gone and everything, and the security panel. There was no need to hack it whatsoever. I just tore the whole thing out.
And a win's a win. I walk sedately through the middle with my two companions by the door like heraldic animals.
Laser room.
Almost. So there's several more corridors like leading off here and there, but then you come to another door. It's like it opens out into kind of a big grand hall, and there's a big door in the middle. It's like a big electronic bank vault door.
Brilliant. Laser room. No, we still need to break the...
You still need to get through the electronic safe lock.
It's like the fucking start to Get Smart in this. Doors after doors after doors.
Do we have
What
to
kind of
go-
convention center is
Do we
this?
have to go fish the other security guard?
Might come to that, to be honest. How's this one looking?
I don't know.
It has a number keypad.
I know.
And like it's
most-
one of those vaults, that all looks like it's got like a really big turny wheel. Like in a typical heist film, people are like drilling into this and trying to like hack the system to get the number code. This is the kind of door that you're looking at.
Do we need to kidnap Old Ma?
I know most of the human numbers. up to 7, or the other one that
14.
1. 1 looks like 7.
I think this is perhaps a little above my mathematical pay grade, to be honest.
What's the mechanism on this look like? It's a number keypad.
Number keypad, yeah.
How many numbers?
9 and a star and a hash.
Okay,
But no
0, 0, 0, 0.
0, 0, 0, 1.
I'm going to go and ransack some offices and see if I can find any numbers. Yeah, or there were corridors going off in different directions, so I'm going to see if I can find any rooms with numbers in them, with like papers with numbers, walls with numbers. I mean, I don't know what numbers are, so
Oh. This is like that video game. It's just like a it's just like a whiteboard on the side with numbers.
that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called environmental storytelling.
Okay, so you go down, you look around a couple of corridors, and you find a room that has like the logo of the convention over the top. So you go in there and you can see like there's various like documents and files that are related to the convention. There's a whiteboard with the names and details written on and various other things. Make me a criminal roll to see if you can find any documentation related to the safe.
Is this with 1 or 2 dice?
1 dice.
This is 1.
Your muscle.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Yeah, very nice.
2 criminal points.
So you stand looking at all the documents on the desk, peer for a moment, and then just swipe. Start swiping the papers off everywhere. You take chunks out of the wall as you'd like pull post-it notes down and stuff like that, just trashing everything. You go on a complete frenzy looking around the room, and you kind of tire after a little bit. You sit down, and a post-it note floats down and settles on your snout.
Excellent. I was going to put it stuck to his arse, but that works as well. Perfect.
And the note says, important, final, do not lose, and has a code written on it.
Destroy after reading.
I
Rasputin, Grizz, you found it.
I eat the post-it so that I absorb the number.
No!
Okay, so now you have the number for the number pad.
I have absorbed it. Yes. I'll go and enter the number.
Are you also absorbing disquieting flashes of what working in a human office feels like?
I go and change the toner on the printers. By just tearing the printer apart.
And you stagger over to the water cooler and start talking about something called Game of Thrones.
So you go to the safe door, you put the number in, there's like boop boop, and clunk, clunk, crrrr, clunk, clunk, and then
Small door to the side opens.
This is the moment, boys. Savor it.
you succeeded at your criminal roll, so that's one from bear into criminal.
Oh. Back to 3 and 3.
So the door opens and you step through. It's the other half of this big hall. And you can see at the end, it comes to like a small doorway. And you can see down that doorway, that hallway, it's quite long. There is a regular door at the end, but you can indeed see like some things on the wall, which you could assume to be lasers.
Take the flowers.
Can the door at the end just be a broken screen door?
Certainly.
I take the pot of flowers and smash it on the ground, and the pollen comes out, and so we see the lasers.
Well, no, you're gonna have to make a roll for it. What
Right.
you want to use the pollen to show the lasers, right?
Yes.
You need to roll me a criminal.
God damn it! It's just not just. I've seen so many sixes tonight. Just sixes upon sixes. I fail. The pollen does nothing. Right.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty small. I could probably bear my way through there with my instinct of being small and vicious and being able to watch out for things. Like, I'm gonna take a roll in the pollen and then give myself a good shake, and with what little visibility that might acquire me, I'm gonna try and make a break through it.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's bear or criminal, because it is like being dexterous and avoiding dangers.
If it helps, they're both back to the same since
Oh, okay, fair.
yeah, since I tased that thing.
And I'll let you use brains as well.
Thank you. Nope.
Crap.
Yeah, both failed. Turns out I am a honey badger and I do not understand how lasers work.
So you go bouncing through, like we see like some slow-mo of you like bouncing up and like turning 360 degrees as you like glide through the air, landing dexterous on your feet, doing that like sexy entrapment pose and stuff. And you get halfway down the corridor and you do a flip, and then we just see a close-up of like the last brushes of your tail as the tip just kisses a glittering beam. And you hear a whoop, 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 whoop. Ooh.
Is the broken screen door still closer to where I am?
It's closer to you, yeah.
Okay, this phase of the plan is over, boys. We move on to the next one. And I'm gonna run for the door.
I let out an almighty roar and charge forward towards him as well.
Ninja step. It's time to run.
I feel like No Regrets is not capable of moving that fast when not in a car or a tricycle.
Probably. I don't know. I've
Just seems like a really casual guy, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so you get to the door at the other end.
Smash through.
Smash through. So you are in what looks like a safe deposit room. I've never seen one in person, but I've seen them in movies. But it's quite wide though, and you can see on a plinth a glass jar that has a extremely large bee in it.
Guys,
What's the quality like?
I think this is a real bee. You can smell the honey off of her.
All right, does it seem like the genuine article?
Yeah? That sounds reassuring.
Is there anything else down here?
Apart from the like locked security deposit boxes, not that you can see.
Can I roll to smell honey?
Sure.
Is there any honey in here? Let's go. Yeah, I succeed. Do I smell honey in here?
There's no honey in here.
Everything else is useless.
Nothing but large piles of gold bullion and government spending bonds. No, useless.
I smell paper.
Okay, I'm not going to be optimistic and think we had a plan to get out of here.
Oh, yes, we do. We get back in taxi that's parked outside. It's clearly still parked outside.
Sounds like a good one. How big's the jar with the queen in it?
I said it's about the size of a puppy or a kitten, so it's.
What kind of fucking kitten is that?
That's not the kitten. That's the jar.
All right.
To the listeners,
For those of you listening at home, she
Yes.
has her hands about 2 feet apart.
I wasn't going to say it this much. I was still trying to figure out what that was to verbalize it. I've got my arms about shoulder width apart, so.
Just knock the jar over, take the queen bee, stick it on my chest where there's all the cola, and then she's just gonna start sucking on the cola.
Is the queen bee a large, conscious, alive,
Yes.
moving bee? Right, okay. Does she seem agitated?
Quite a bit, yeah. I mean, she's not in her hive. She's on her own. She's restricted inside a glass jar.
Yeah, let me put her on the cola. It's double plan.
I gotta say, I don't have a better one. I mean, I can't carry that thing. It's huge.
Grizz will attempt to speak with the bee in the language of the forest,
Okay.
which is, I mean, all animals speak it.
All animals do, yes.
Yeah. And he will say to her, "Fear not, Queen Bee, for we are your saviors. We are here to deliver you from this prison."
Oh, thank God. It's getting really stuffy in here. And God, I took all my workers and I have to do all this shit myself. God, I'm so hungry.
And I'll open the jar.
So you approach the jar. As soon as your paw touches the glass, there's like a whoop, and but like bars come up around
Son of a bitch.
the glass, completely seals it, and like a door goes up behind you. And then a little hatch opens on the door, and like there's a moment of like shuffling, and then over the top of the little hole pokes the face of old Ma Glenda. And she's like, "Oh yes, didn't take you boys very long."
Cut down this old woman.
What's your game, babushka?
I think all of you know just as well as I that nobody wants to owe Three Claw Jones a favor.
That is what we have heard.
Yeah. Well, I owed him a favor as well. Three Claw Jones sends his regards.
It's a double cross.
And she slams the hatch closed, and you hear like top, 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 top away. And you see at the top of the room, there's like some grates, and the grates open, and what appear to be like, what are they called?
Needle snakes.
Yes, to shout random words at me. Tranquilizer, like what looked like something that would hold a tranquilizer dart,
Right,
start
yeah.
to like appear.
Row. How many of them are there?
There are 3.
Am I tall enough to reach them?
I mean, they're kind of set in the wall.
Right.
So like there's like the,
Okay, I get you.
the muzzle of a gun poking through. It looks like there's someone on the other side of the wall, like holding it.
But there is a small hole through which they're protruding, through which, sleekly black-furred death could not enter.
Being thrown at great speed by a grizzly bear.
You could most certainly get in that hole, yes.
I'd pick him up and I'd throw him at the hole.
For vengeance!
I feel like this is a callback to a previous scene.
Do you want to make me a carnage roll?
Sure. Yeah, not good, Al. It's a 5 and a 6.
Wait, where's your bear right now? Where's your bear?
They're back to 3 and 3, I'm afraid. So I don't know, like, does it seem like these guys have fought honey badgers before?
They probably weren't expecting a honey badger. They were expecting bears. So they certainly weren't expecting some small creature that could get through one of these holes.
Okay, so, like, does that mean that I've failed to carnage them but could be safely on the other side?
Yes. So you failed to like go in and completely eviscerate them, but I would say that you've gotten through the hole to the other side.
Okay, I'm gonna try and slip away and see if I can find, like, another solution to this problem and hope that my larger companions will manage by themselves for a second.
So we'll pause that, cut back to you two. What are you two doing?
So this is a safe deposit room, so it's got all those little drawers.
Yeah.
Are the drawers close in size to the holes that the guns have just come through?
I could say yes.
Okay, so I'm going to try and rip out some drawers, and then I'm going to start smashing them into the holes.
All right.
Like a reverse kerplunk.
I'm good.
Because I'm on the inside with the marbles, and I'm jamming stuff out.
But this requires a degree of intelligence, so I'm going to ask you to roll a criminal.
Fair enough.
And that's a pass.
And you're the muscle, right?
Yeah.
So you could have rolled twice, but
Okay, well, I passed it.
yeah. Okay, great. So you managed to rip out one of these drawers
Yeah.
and stuff it in the hole and block it.
Yeah.
So we've got one blocked hole, one hole where he's gone through and there's like a
Yeah.
from the other side.
Yeah, I feel like I'm running around people's ankles trying to get away.
There's a rat in here.
Ninja strike!
And what is No Regrets doing?
I am a shadow. They can't see me. He's just rumbling. I'm just rumbling behind a wall, like against the wall, like. They can't see me.
So are you trying to avoid being hit by a dart?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say this is a fair bear roll.
Okay.
Bears don't like being hit by trank darts.
I pass.
Great. Describe how you ninja step out of the way of the first dart coming through.
I thought there were 2 bears in there.
I'm against. I'm just running up and down the wall. You're like, I'm a shadow. I'm a shadow. I'm a shadow. I'm a shadow. Somehow that's enough for them to miss me.
All right. So back to Boris. You are now in like a small guard room. So there's like holes on the wall. I guess this is probably just originally like an air vent that they put out to set this up. And there's like a small bench, maybe a few lockers. Maybe it was a locker room. There is 2 guards stood with rifles or crank guns or whatever, putting them through the wall. But the first one, you came barreling through the hole. He wasn't expecting that, so he's stepped away, and the other guy is kind of looking over his shoulder. He's just had the hole blocked, so he's like, like tapping the end of the trank gun, like it won't go through. What?
Does the guard room have any spare, like, dart guns in it?
I mean, if it did, you wouldn't be able to wield it.
I mean, I'm pretty brainy.
You're also very small.
Fair. Any spare darts lying around? Perhaps sticking out of their belt pouches?
Absolutely.
Okay, I am going to... I guess this would be...
Brains.
Yeah.
Criminal, yeah.
And I'm gonna try and, like, rob a dart and, like, stick it in the neck of the guy who isn't being blocked by a drawer. Just run up the trouser leg type of thing.
In the gooch.
I mean,
That is where honey badgers prefer.
it's true, but I've learned other ways. Because I gotta get close to his ear. Hang on. Oh, that's a 1.
Nice.
And I hiss in his ear. I see you came loaded for bear. Me too. And then side of the neck.
Nice.
I say it in bear. He doesn't understand me.
Sure, but it feels good when you say it. All right, Grizz.
So I have blocked. So there's no impending threats.
There is two open holes, but this guy's going down from Boris. There's an open hole on the other side of the room that's shot at No Regrets.
Yeah.
They're reloading.
Right. Okay. Can I smash the door down, or is it impossible?
It's a metal electronic security door. You can give it a good go, but you won't be able to do it in one.
What if we both go at it?
It would still take a little bit to bust through, but yes, you definitely very strong. I'd say it'd take you a turn or two.
I grab No Regrets by the tongue. I grab it with like two claws and lick his tongue to get it extra sticky, and then I flick it at the other guy with the gun as he's reloading through the thing. And I'm trying to.
I mean, it's a very small, like vent-sized hole.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the gun comes
Through
out
the
a
hole.
little.
Yeah.
I'm trying. You know those gluey things
Yeah.
that you like you.
Oh, the little hands.
The hands,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm using this for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to like adhere onto it and pull it from his grasp.
Oh, you want to pull the gun through?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Make me a criminal.
Oh, that's a fail.
So
Is that a muscle move though?
Oh, that could have been a muscle move, could it?
Yeah, it was cool, so I'll say yes.
That's a 6 as well. Fuck.
So you go to throw the tongue at it, and instead you just throw No Regrets at the hole, and No Regrets' face smooshes into the hole, and as he falls down, he's a bit dazed.
Oh,
Is he stuck in the hole?
No, like he
Oh, right, okay.
he bashed his snout into it, and he's a bit dazed.
All right, fair enough. I mean, it looked cool.
Yeah, and I imagine No Regrets' horrible swivel-eyed, tongue-lolling face smashing up against his viewport
quite
was probably
terrifying.
quite terrifying.
Yeah.
my tongue's been stretched out, and when you finally let go of my tongue, it just snaps back.
Like a tape measure.
Yeah, exactly.
It does that cartoon thing where it like rolls up.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
So what are you doing, No Regrets?
Gosh, I have no idea now.
I mean, you can start trying to bash down the door. I'm just saying it will take a couple of turns.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna make a run for the door from there.
Okay, make me a bear. And you're the driver, and you get nothing.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you go and throw yourself at the door, but like you're scrabbling at the door handle,
Yeah.
and it's electronic. It's not working. Boris?
Okay, so in this guard room, there's still one guy up whose viewport is blocked.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just really want to steal this first guy's gun, but yeah, it is large and I'm small. Just a heavily armed honey badger is just
A terrifying thought,
somehow
yes.
irresistible to me. But could I determine whether the door control is in here?
You don't see anything electronic in this room.
Is the door open?
Yes.
That's good, because closed doors, to be honest, a big problem.
Yes.
For me specifically. Okay, I'm going to make a run around the perimeter. Going to see if there are any other, what look like, control panels or accesses to this room, or indeed any treacherous old ladies who happen to be hobbling away slowly. Just, keeping my eyes open.
So you come around the corner, and you don't. There's not initially like anything in the wall, or you would have noticed it. You come around and there's a door, and it opens up into the laser corridor. You hadn't noticed there was a door here before, and behind this door there is like a keypad panel, an electronic panel.
Okay, can I use my brain power to determine perhaps which of the numbers are most worn away on this keypad?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Or you could urinate on it.
Well, I could urinate on it. I mean, if that doesn't work. Okay, that's a 3.
You're in time.
like for about 5 seconds. Well, this is slightly worn away, and just thoughtfully marking my territory, short the thing out. Hey, a win is a win.
So you piss on the control panel. It sparks out, and there's many little mini explosions.
Oh boy, that's an odd sensation.
And then you hear a, and in the room you see the door deactivates and disappears, as does the cage around the queen bee.
That's the signal. Time to move.
As they're leaving with the queen bee, it cuts to like the security room, and the security guards are just getting up and managing to pull themselves up off the ground and get themselves together as a massive grizzly bear walks in and fade to black. Back to you guys.
Yeah, okay. It seems like we need to recalculate, pivot, and recenter from our initial plan of giving it back to Three Claw Jones. I guess we're freelancers now. We got a valuable bit of property on the open market. First off, we need to get out of here.
Okay.
You got that bee carefully stuck to your fur, I hope?
Yes.
Are if you open, you pick up the case. So you take off the glass case, and then it triggers an alarm that starts going whoop,
Another?
whoop.
Here we go again.
But that's all that happens.
Okay. I take the queen bee like a kitten in my paw, and I just stick it to my front fur. That's really sticky thanks to the coke.
Oh, very sweet.
With your permission, Your Majesty.
Oh, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. I make you nice for this.
I'm liking the sound of this more and more. Gonna get a block of flats in B Mayfair.
Take me back to my kin, and I shall grant you a boon.
Okay.
Okay, we make our way out of there. Do we re-encounter a newly bloodstained and well-fed Grizz?
Yeah, he's standing outside of the security office, and he's just picking his teeth with a security badge.
So you step back into the convention hall. It's in pure chaos. Most of all the stands have been kind of like torn down because people are running and panicking. There's a small fire somewhere that has started. Nobody really knows how that got started. There's angry bees flying around everywhere. The queen bee looks up and goes, "Yes, my children, take vengeance." But you can see there where the table is with the top prize honey stands Ulma Glenda and a couple of security guys. And she looks kind of surprised and a little concerned, and she says, Now, boys. There's no need for this.
Ninja strike.
You dropped your dice and everything.
Well, we'll have a look at it. What is it?
You're too far away to ninja strike anyway.
Damn it.
I like to think you just ninja strike the air reflexively at this point.
If you don't let Jan do cool monologues, then you don't get to ninja strike. So
It's like on a fighting game when you just keep pressing attack as he inches across the screen.
Now, boys, there's no need for this. We clearly all have issues with Three Claw Jones. Together, surely we don't have to give in to his whims. Let's make a deal. The queen bee stays here. We need her to keep our most famous strains alive and us in business. And this here, she waves her hand at the table with the competition honey on it. This is some of the purest sticky known today.
Oh.
We'll give you all of this in its pure, uncut goodness. And with you as our muscle, why, we could run Three Claw Jones out of town.
That's the stickiest of the sticky icky. There's the drug reference.
But if we have the queen bee, she can give us all the honey that we need.
Yeah, I'm gonna like. Is the queen bee still in your fur? Yeah. I'm gonna like lean up closer to her and say, "Your Majesty, I think we all know that the sweetest honey of all would be your friendship. Perhaps you could grant us diplomatic immunity."
Oh, you speak very honeyed words.
My favorite kind.
Oh, a smooth talker.
She like turns to look at you guys and she says,
Boys, cut these motherfuckers down.
All you had to say.
"Roll bear." all roll bear.
Oh yeah, I got 2 1s.
It's a 3 for carnage.
I felt.
Don't worry, that's
stand there. Going,
That sounds
Ninja
right.
strike. Ninja strike in the air. Ninja strike.
that's good. Stay there and protect the queen.
Tell me what you guys do.
I grab a jar of honey and I drink all of it as quickly as possible to bearify myself as possible, as much as possible. And then I let out an almighty roar.
So you're just taking a bunch of bath salts.
Yeah, and then I grab the old lady and I bite her head off. And then I use her corpse to beat up the security guards.
Boris, what do you do?
I mean, I think like we could do a sort of combo type of thing. It's like you've got the aggro, you've got the attention at the center of that. It's like people are reaching for their holsters. There's nothing in the holster.
Yeah, nice.
They're stepping back. Oh, there's something behind them. And it's what? Oh, you've fallen to the ground. Looks like we're eye to eye now.
Now you have no nose.
The advantage is
Eyes
mine.
are very soft.
It's a bad scene for everybody concerned. Well,
I
for
like
everyone who is not immune to bee stings and claws, such as the powerful honey badger.
I like to imagine the camera is just on No Regrets, like petting the queen bee and his tongue lolling out, as behind it we can just hear, "Ah! No! Oh my god, please no! Ah! Save me! Mother!" And you just like smiling and petting the queen bee on your chest.
Just a mist of blood.
Just bear roaring and honey badger cackling.
Fingers, another piece of viscera flying past your shoulders.
There.
Just grabbing a jar of honey, smashing it on my head like a heavy metaler.
And just like smashing it on your head like smashing a can and just be like, "Rah!"
Yeah, except it just stays there because it's all sticky. So now I have a broken glass headbutt.
Amazing. So,
To outside and we're all getting into the...
To the getaway.
the cut to outside, there's just people swarming out of the building. You're covered in blood. There's sirens going everywhere. Somewhere there is an explosion and bees come flying out of the top of the convention center, but you don't look back. Oh, no. And I would say, like...
The van is gone. But there's another cab there, so I just jump into the cab. I have not put 2 and 2 together to figure out this is a new cab. And there's a driver inside.
Who you are sitting on.
Yes, who I'm sitting on. No regrets.
All right, gotta hit the backwoods for a bit. Maybe Her Majesty can show us some good places to hide. But I think we've got to lay low. I think we've taken some good loot here. It's mostly matted into our fur and makes the blood of mankind at this point. But
As we're driving away from the burning convention center, Grizz looks out the back window and a wry smile creeps across his face and he says, "I love it when a plan comes together."
Oh my god. Oh.
Chris, you're all right.
Oh.
I don't get it.
And scene.
And I put a little paw on both of your shoulders, and we just have a good laugh as we drive away.
I would say, well, I wanted to say epilogue, but I think that was such a great button. Do you want to have a little epilogue of what your characters do?
I mean,
That felt like closure to me.
Yeah, that was a nice, like, I like the idea that you all, and it freeze frames as credits roll.
Awesome.
All right. That was awesome, guys. Thanks for listening, folks. If you enjoyed this, please leave us a review on your podcatcher of choice. It'll help spread the word and help others to find us too. If you have any comments, questions, or just want to get in touch with us, you can. You can find us on Twitter with @TalesOfPodcast, Instagram with @Tales_of_podcast. And we're also on the dice.camp server on Mastodon with the name @TalesOf. We'd love to hear from you. This week's Tales of crew is Fabio as Grizz, Charles as No Regrets, special guest Patsy as Boris. You can find him on Twitter with @anyone'spatsy. And of course, myself as your GM and audio producer. You can find me on Twitter with @thatlastjan. All music and sound effects are used with permission and may have been edited or modified for use. Details and links can be found in the show notes. See you next episode! That was awesome, guys.
I mean, that was itself. You wouldn't get that with most other games.
No, this game was great. There's a good reason why it's really popular. I'm really surprised that you went with the whole Heathrow thing. I'm like, oh, so we're going to add extra steps to extra buildings on this plan.
I am both very sorry and also not sorry.
No, I mean, I think it worked out amazing. I was only just a little bit worried about time, but in the end, it worked out pretty well.
Can I just say, it was a really good segue to point out that there are lots of terminals. Yeah. So it's like, oh, this isn't a win-lose scenario. We can just move. You know what? That's better. Yeah. Okay, we've kind of hit a brick wall here, but let's move on. Not like, keep hitting into ourselves against it.
Yeah, just progressing parallel.
Also, I personally dislike Heathrow Airport as an airport. It's not nice, and so this was cathartic.
What's your favorite airport?
That's a good point. I mean, I liked Tegel back when it was a thing.
It's better than the BER airport now.
Yeah, I think also I just don't like airports, which I think is a fairly normal position.
Yeah.
If someone likes airports, they are a pervert, a danger to society.
I like airports.
So your character is very lovable. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like we had a good mix.
I think this was great. Really great, man.
Are we finished or are we doing
Yeah,
like a
no,
sign off?
we're finished.
Okay.
All right, bye, people. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.